Hey, it's Saturday. This is unusual. Let's talk about failure for a second, shall we? I don't know if you can see this in frame because I'm looking at the back of my phone, but if you can see this video right here that's playing in the background, that video I talked about the 7 income streams that I have that were going to take me to become a 7-figure designer. And in that video, I actually alluded to an 8th income stream that I wasn't going to talk about yet because I wasn't quite ready. I was getting there. I was getting really, really close. And then the world imploded. Let's go back to the first 7 real quick, because what happened to me, at least between the month of March and April, is I kind of had a little bit of a meltdown because I was just trying to do too much. Now, having 7 different income streams is something we can all possibly attain, but the problem is that I was trying to do them all at once. And straight up, that is a really bad choice. Since about the middle of April, I started to really kind of take a close look at all the things I was doing. And over the last few weeks, I've really tried to hone things down and really kind of focus on a few core things. More like I took a rusty bayonet to most of it and I just started hacking away at it. And the reason I started cutting is because most of it wasn't working, because I wasn't spending enough time on all of it. I was distributing my time across all these things, and so nothing was working. At least nothing was working consistently. I killed off Patreon, I killed off my print on demand, I killed off any art that I was selling, and I've just really focused all my attention on 2 things: YouTube and the digital products that I'm making on superlative.com. If you're not familiar with Superlative, it's basically the pivot I made with my own website, and you can go down the link in the description to see what I'm talking about. You might think that just because I said I cut away all these things that I have deleted all my income sources. Well, maybe a little bit I have, but again, I wasn't making so much money on those things that it felt like I needed to keep doing them. In fact, they were taking me away from the things that I felt were important. The problem is that all the things that remain, they're not really doing very well right now either. So I'm a little bit of a quandary. Things are not doing great, and I think it has something to do with the fact that people are tightening their belts a lot of places because the economy is kind of taking a little bit of a turn. And that actually alludes to that number 8 that I talked about, which was my investment strategy. At the end of 2021, my strategy was doing really well, and I was actually starting to earn some residual income just on my dividends from the different things that I was invested in, whether it was stocks or crypto or whatnot. Perhaps I relied way too heavily on that because my valuation at this moment is about 20% of what it was just 6 months ago. Any residual or dividends that I was making off of those investments are all like pennies on the dollar now. In fact, they're actually probably like half pennies on the dollar at this point. I'm not going to go into the deep financials of that because that's not what we're here to talk about, but basically things got really tight really fast. So the strategy at this point is to hone even more than what I had actually declared just a couple of weeks ago, because I originally said, well, I'm going to have Superlative so you can go there and you find your digital assets or whatnot. And then over on daveconnery.com, I was going to talk about the journey, talk about my stories, maybe write a little bit, and I decided, nope, not going to do that. I'm not going to do that right now. daveconnery.com is just going to be a link to the stuff that I'm doing, and I'm not going to focus my energy there because I really need to focus my energy on Superlative. So I'm taking all my energy and putting it 100% into Superlative because I feel like that's the way it's going to grow. Now, of course, I'm still going to be making videos for YouTube because I love making videos, and I've got another course coming out very soon. June 6th, I've got a poster course that's going to be coming out. If you want to go check it out, again, link in the description. I'm going to be doing that because I feel like that's a good way to, number one, help other people, but still kind of generate some revenue. But it's, it's one and done. It's like I get it done and people go to it and then I point to it and that's it. Superlative is still going to be getting the majority of my energy during the week, and I hope that, by doing so, it'll encourage, some of you to go check it out, some of you to share it, some of you maybe come on board to share your digital goods. There's a whole lot more to go into in that on the future. I'm not ready to quite go there just yet, but soon I'll be inviting some people to come in and sell their goods on superlative.com as well. I suppose the overarching theme to everything is that failure happens. I failed at some things and I've struggled with some things, and there are going to be some challenges, but I am 100% focused on this new thing. I'm not going to let those challenges, those missteps, those failures get in my way. They were all learning experiences, and now here we are going forward on this thing, and I am all in. So I hope you're all in with this, because if you're all in with this, then that just makes me, it just validates what I'm doing here. Please, I need more validation. I mean, you like me, right? Because if you did like me, you would hit that like button right now, because that's really going to help this video out. I appreciate you. And if you want to go back and watch that video with the income streams, is right there. So that's it. I'm going to get gone. Remember, be good today, be even better tomorrow. See ya.